Hey YouTube, how's it going? Chris Cornars here, the cryptocurrent team, bringing you another episode of Crypto Decrypted, our weekly series where I am teaching you the basics of cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. And today we're going to be covering crypto mining.
Crypto Decrypted.
All right, now before we dive into the meat and potatoes of today's episode, I do want to remind y'all that if this is your first time coming to the channel, how about you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button? And if you enjoy today's content, if you do me another favor and leave a like, it really would help us out. But without further ado, let's dive right on in. First up, what is crypto mining? Crypto mining is more than just the creation of new coins. In the case of proof of work or even proof of coverage consensus networks, crypto mining is actually the process where you will also verify transactions. And you may be wondering how it works. And the good news is we did cover a lot of this in my video on proof of work. So in a proof of work scenario, the network will ask network members to solve an arbitrary mathematical puzzle, which will then verify transactions if they are the first one to complete it. And as a result, they are rewarded with new coins. And this is called mining. Okay. A little different from how it works in proof of stake. If you remember, that's where coins are forged. And if you want to learn about that, you can go check that video out. But in truth, although that example was just proof of work, the reality is there are many different kinds of crypto mining. You may have heard me mention proof of coverage, which is specific to, for instance, the Helium network, which is building out a decentralized Internet of Things. So miners are rewarded when their hotspot is proving that other hotspots are in the location they say they are. But like I mentioned briefly earlier, there are many kinds of crypto mining. So I'm going to walk you through just a few of the different types. Up first, you have CPU mining. Now, CPU mining was essentially the first way that crypto was mined, but people quickly realized that it takes a long time to turn any profit because of the high computational requirements and stress it puts on your computer. You need very powerful CPUs, you need cooling, a lot of power, things like that. The successor to that is GPU mining. Now, GPU mining maximizes or optimizes the computational power by getting a GPU or maybe several, rigging them together with a motherboard and a cooling system, and using that rig, as it's sometimes called, to mine cryptocurrencies. More often than not, think Bitcoin or Dogecoin, for example, also mines coins in this way. Then next you have ASIC mining. So ASIC mining is actually an even more optimized version of GPU mining. The major difference, though, is that ASIC rigs are even more expensive. And as a result, a lot of people that are using these ASIC mining rigs realize that as the complexity of mining increases, so too will the cost of these ASIC rigs, and it may be just completely unsustainable in the future. Which leads me to a somewhat more sustainable form of mining, which is sometimes called cloud mining or pool mining. And essentially, what this does is mining pools allow network members to pool their resources, right? Rather than just one computer trying to, solve the mathematical problem, it's going to be several people. Hell, it could be 100 people that are working together to solve this problem. And then as a result, if they solve it first, the mining pool as a whole is rewarded, and the amount of computational power you provide proportionate to the total is how much of a percentage of the reward you will receive. But let's wrap things up here. Mining is a crucial part of cryptocurrency and builds off of the consensus mechanisms we discussed previously. The upside of mining is that you can receive more cryptocurrency passively, and for a long time, this has been a way for many people to generate passive income on the side. The downside, of course, is that for mining in today's economy and where cryptocurrency is at now, the startup costs are incredibly high. So much so that you would be hard pressed to find most people that would be willing to spend that much money or even could spend that money. Not to mention, there are longer term, high energy costs also associated with it. Like we mentioned in our video on Bitcoin and proof of work, Bitcoin mining is incredibly energy intensive, and that's where that environmental argument comes from that Bitcoin is bad because of how much energy it uses. Now, whether that's the be all end all or just a factor in whether you're considering mining or investing in Bitcoin, I'll leave that up to you. But I do want to do my best to keep y'all informed. That is going to wrap up everything today, though, in terms of our crypto mining video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, it really would help us out if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe if this is your first time here. And of course, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and until next Thursday, stay cryptocurrent.